It's been gone through, you know.
It's been gone through. Things like a little Formula One car in the dirt, you know. It's a great 6100 truck.
So,
and it's all hand built.
I'm with Mike Cox. We are at his shop, Michael Cox Racing Development, MCRD.
MCRD.
Sorry,
Yeah.
that one didn't sound good.
Yeah.
Cut! What? Crap!
We're at MCRD.
Yeah,
And
see?
this is the certified racing
6100.
spec trophy truck, aka
Yeah.
6100.
This is a special one. I've never seen it. I think it was at Clarke for a little bit.
It was at Tech. We just pulled it out.
Matt Walrath was the original fabricator of it. Matt is, you know, he's been an inspiration to myself and a lot of other people that build stuff. And, you know, Mike's learned a lot under Matt. And, you know, had a friendship with Matt going on. And we have the opportunity to look at this truck, and it's a real special vehicle. It's got craftsmanship that's unbelievable with it. So,
And it's all hand built.
oh yeah.
This is not what we call a cookie cutter trophy truck.
I mean, everything is custom. Obviously has Robbie's, that favorite wheel going on, Robbie Gordon wheels, Toyos, but you can just kind of even see the proportions of it are very different.
It's got nice lines.
Yeah, everything hits really nice.
What's funny is someone called me that was an interested buying party.
Yeah.
And they said, you know, the reservoirs look like they're not finished. They're just sitting on the back of the truck.
Oh.
I had to play along with it.
Or hang up. Or just hang up. Click.
You're right. It's not finished.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, if you just stand back and look at the symmetry of everything and how things are, there's just like, you know, maximum design and style. It's my first time seeing it, so I'm gonna geek a little too.
I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it.
But you can see, like,
housing's sick.
that's where I was going right off the bat. Was the housing itself is just beautiful. Like it's just a huge long taper versus kind of stubbier fabricated rear ends, and look at it's blended. You can't see any of the metal forming on it. You know, it just looks like a completely molded piece.
The other thing interesting about it, you can see like these overlays here,
Yeah.
and the seam here on the axle tube.
Heat treated.
Yeah, so it was built in 3 sections and heat treated in 3 sections.
Are those just Willwood 6 pistons on the back?
No, they're bare monoblock.
They're bare. Okay.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I know, dude. You got me. You got the jump on me, bro. So I'm just kind of going through, and you guys can just look at the fabrication on it. It's just everything has been gone through. Everything has been addressed and touched. So let's cover in here, Mike.
What do you want to see?
I'm in the depths.
What do you see?
I see Safecraft fire suppression.
Yeah.
Even on the fire suppression.
Captured.
Yeah, the captured tanks. So you'll see, like, look at big dimple right here, and then this whole thing is wrapped with thin wall chromoly, TIG welded, and then it's got like padding and felt in there. You know, then you have built-in jacks here, so you have the lift system built in. But just like the symmetry with things. If you guys can't see, so I'm right by the third member here, laying down, looking up into the chassis. What the 3 small fans here? What coolers are those?
Those are all trans.
Those are all trans.
Yeah.
So this one here is what?
That's the radiator.
Okay, so there's no radiator in the front. No. I haven't even looked in the front yet. Okay. Work light. See, look at all the junctions. Everything. I mean, even if you guys look at like the welding, bless you.
Oh, thanks, bud.
Thanks, bud.
We're from back east here, Bob.
Don't you know, Bobby?
Don't you know?
So just the construction on here, like the way that the tubes sit, all the junctions, everything just hits right. It's just really pretty to look at. Everything has just been gone through. I gotta stop saying everything's been gone through.
Everything's been gone through.
So has everything been gone through?
According to Morgan.
The quick release on the limit strap, what's that all about?
So basically this is for the hydraulic jacks. So you get a flat, pull this guy out, you put it in this tab on the lower arm, and you hit the hydraulic jacks, which is
Those guys.
Those bad boys there. Then you can lift up this side of the truck pretty easily, so.
Details.
Yeah.
Sway bar, even just that, you know,
Yeah.
how trick and custom that is.
And how thin.
Yeah, I mean, like if you look at that, and you can see that even this tab, you either can't see the welds or they're blended. So it just looks like one captured four-sided tab on the trailing arm that's blended. All the trailing arms are custom, all hand built. See the pivots, lower link and upper link, all integrated, sunk in areas where the hardware goes on the upper link. And then that trans, so that's a trans plate on the rear there, right?
Yeah, everything just pins on.
Now, does it have a mid plate and a front plate, or is it?
Yeah, it's got front plates, mid plate, front plate, rear trans.
Where's the body from?
This is a McQueen body that
Okay.
we cut and modified to make.
So it was already an existing thing?
Yeah,
Copy that.
yeah. So, but we had to raise the wheel wells and widen it. I mean, a lot of people look at this truck and they don't really know what it is.
Exactly.
Because it's so compact.
Sure.
The thing's like a little Formula One car in the dirt. You know, it's a great 6100 truck.
Get it, Prince.
You can see you got the Lawrence and the Motec dash, all PDMs. You got your communications here, intercom, push to talk. This is all hand built 10 by Matt.
Yeah. Everything's recessed.
Yeah,
Everything,
flush mount or whatever.
yeah, it's Frenched, I guess. But I mean, just even if you look at that, that's all just hand built aluminum. That's everything's sunk in, so everything has its own little holster into the dash. Little dead pedal there. You got your air filter in there. And that canister down below the dead pedal, or the foot stomp there.
The AccuSump, or
Yeah,
whatever
what
the
is
heck
that
it's
guy?
called. So that's basically how it works. Is when the engine sees low oil pressure, that
Yeah.
thing's full of a few quarts of oil, and it's got pressure. It's like a shock reservoir. It's got a piston in there, and a pressurized cylinder, and an actuator. And so as soon as the engine sees low oil pressure, the actuator opens up and it pushes the engine full of oil.
Copy that.
So that's a common thing they use in road racing with engines. It's like a poor man's dry sump. So basically when you're like rattling around a corner and the oil pulls away from the pickup,
Sure.
the
Yeah.
AccuSump pushes
The
oil
reservoir.
back in the engine. So, you know, we thought it'd be beneficial for off-road racing at the same time, so we got one.
And these are your lifts right here, right? Your air jacks?
Hydraulic jack.
Yep. Shock mounts. Everything's just tidy.
Everything's been gone through.
Everything's been
We
gone
need to have
through.
a dinger every time Morgan said everything's been gone through.
Oh, there's those gussets. I remember those when he posted those guys. Looks like everything's been gone through though. You
I
know?
think everything's been gone through.
Pumpers right there.
Yeah, it's got left and right,
Mhm.
variable speed. It used to have some very Walworthy thing of the Parker pumper ran through the chassis and it fed both driver and co-driver.
The actual air.
Right, but the driver liked his on low and the passenger liked his on high, so we put, you know, duals in it left and right.
So it was pumping air through
Into the
the Parker
chassis.
pumper, which is a fresh air unit. Then
Yeah.
it was going into the chassis,
Uh-huh.
and then it would exit in
And go
two
your
locations.
helmet. Yeah.
And how did it exit out of the chassis?
Like there's one fitting there.
That's a tricky one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And that's your other one right there, with the hose already attached to it here?
yeah, I think it's just sitting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's insane.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
So, I mean, there's other stuff like this, like the
Yeah, show me. If you know, show me.
like the fuel vent with the discriminator valve. Fuel vent goes into the chassis. And then goes through the chassis tubes and vents here.
Oh.
So it's just trick stuff. It doesn't
Yeah.
really do anything, you know? But
Yeah,
it's just trick to have less plumbing on the truck or hoses or hose clamps or whatever.
Man, I might want to steal that one though.
Yeah. It was pretty cool when the truck would take away from the pit, all the fuel would come out of there.
Yep.
So I guess it worked real good.
Sure.
So
What else? What else do you know about?
those are the things I call wall wrappy.
Yeah, this sway bar is very unique looking too.
Well, the original ones broke off, so I had to make these in about 3 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Those look really Michael Coxy.
yeah. And then, you know, the truck originally wasn't set up with bump stops. But after tuning the truck, we decided we need bump stops on there, so.
Copy that.
The original sway bar was straight,
Yeah.
wouldn't clear. Like I said, one broke off. I actually used the one that broke off as my pusher stick for the bandsaw.
Oh,
So
okay.
you'll like it.
Okay. Okay.
I couldn't scrap it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's take this front clip off.
Yeah, let's take it off. You asked what all the fans were in the back. There was a trans cooler that was about this size.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't work. We had to add the 2 auxiliary ones.
That's what the vertical mounted ones were, right? Or
The
semi-vertical.
ones that are here, yeah, and the chassis, yeah.
Another Matt thing is, you know, like through holes like that. Some people just have that weld, and he always finishes them out. You know, these sound pretty thin. What's your favorite part about this thing, Mike?
That's a good question. I don't know if I have any one favorite thing. I like just the overall design.
Yeah.
You know,
The packaging.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. Like this front bumper isn't the original one. This is one I built. We had to take these arms back. You can see where this radius isn't like what it naturally looked like.
Yeah, it's got a
You see?
surface change there.
Right.
Yeah.
So we had to change that to make the shocks fit, and, you know, just little stuff like that to make it all come together.
When you say make the shocks fit, did it have this package originally? Okay. It was
Yeah.
just a clearance issue?
Yeah.
I like the simplicity of this. This is such a piece to make, you know, with the slots and the pinch.
Right.
You know, and then just a jamming it on there, but it's, you know, it's got like subtle things like that detail, like the taper. So it was machined. There was like work into it still, even though you'd think, oh, it's just a tie rod with, you know, threaded and pinched,
Yeah.
but it's like there's little,
And they're heat treated.
yeah. So they are heat treated then. Okay.
Everything's heat treated.
Uprights are beautiful.
You see everything's gone through.
Everything has been gone through. Got some kind of chingaderas going on there, huh?
What's that?
Oh,
that was a correction.
little failure.
you
Okay.
know.
Yep.
Sometimes parts don't fit after they've been heat treated
Gotcha.
and powder coated. And, you know, they were totally done at one
after
time.
they've been gone through.
Yeah. It's been totally gone through.
Yep. So this thing's off to a new home.
Yep. Off to a new home. Monday.
How do you-
Friday.
How do you feel about it?
It's bittersweet.
Yeah.
You know.
Is it gonna be used?
It's gonna be raced. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, the new owner's gonna race it. He's gonna have a really fast car.
Well, I'm glad I got to come out and see it.
Yeah.
It's kind of a godsend that it was here while I was here. And
Yeah, worked out, huh?
well, thank you, dude.
You got it, bud.
I hope you guys enjoyed that. There's a lot to cover there, but it's just overall. That's why I kind of just started panning, because overall it's just a beautiful truck. And
Nelson, please put a dinger every time it's been gone through.
Yeah.
It's been said. Thank you.
so thank you guys. Mike, thank you.
Thanks, bud.
Like and subscribe. Bye.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
YouTube land.
Yeah.
See ya.